Okay, so in response to some of the reviews on the Bear Grylls knife. Now, I understand this is going to be kind of a what you'd call a tabletop review or floor. I'm not going to field test this. I've already done it. Didn't videotape it. Now, the point I wanted to make about this knife is it is stainless. I don't hate this knife per se. Do I think it's kind of a joke for what it is? Absolutely. Gerber makes good stuff. This knife, I just wasn't impressed with it. Now, if the point I want to make is, if you're going to use this for hunting or camping or the weekend excursion in the woods, by all means, get it. There's nothing wrong with it for that type of use. But I see a lot of reviews on this, because it is a survival knife, and not just that, it's considered the ultimate survival knife, and that's quite a reputation to stick on a knife. I see reviews on it, and I'm like, well, I don't know if I'd call it the ultimate knife, but okay, because it's the ultimate survival knife, that's more of the subject I'm going to address, So, if you're using this for, taking your kids out, going camping, going hunting, going fishing, this really doesn't pertain to you, because in that case, it's just as good a knife as any. It's still, and even better so than a lot of stainless knives. It's not a bad knife for that type of a thing. Now, for a survival knife and a survival pack to trust your life with, hell no. Just no way on God's green earth I would ever keep this in a pack, and this would be the one knife that I would trust my life to. Now, I am a little biased. I use the Tom Brown tracker, which some people love it, some people hate it, some people think it's overrated, some people think it's, whatever your opinion is. The bottom line is, I've used that knife in survival for years, and put it through hell, and I've used literally dozens, probably close to 100 other knives, and there are a lot of other great knives out there. That just happens to be the one that it'll do anything I need, and I've found that it has the most uses for it. Now, a lot of people complain, it's a $200 knife, it's not practical for what it is and what it costs. Well, if you look at all these survival videos on YouTube, and you look at what these guys, pull out, they'll go through their packs, and, you'll see them pull out a lot of similar items, but you'll notice, usually the guys that are serious about it, they pull out between a $200, $300, and $400 sometimes, high carbon alloy, full tang, about a 12-inch long knife, from, blade to butt. So, the pros and the ones that go out and practice this all the time, there's a reason they use the high carbon knives. They don't break. Now, the thing about these is, if you're just gutting with it, light chopping, whatever you're using it for, that's fine. It'll work. It's not a bad knife. But shattered, this is the second one I've ordered. The first one I wish I would have videotaped, because I was messing around with it like I did with my tracker, and I wanted to test how sturdy it was, and literally with my tracker, I took my tracker knife and I held one of these at an angle like this, and hit it with my tracker like that on the side, and it broke right in half. And I was very surprised by how little force it actually took to just crack this knife in half. So I ordered another one. I didn't really plan on it breaking. It just kind of happened, and wish I would have had it on tape. I might dummy this one out for that purpose, and do it again. Haven't decided yet if I want to throw another $40 out the window, but I just might do it, just to show that it's not the one you want to bet your life on. The only reason I kind of attack this knife a little bit is because it's called the ultimate survival knife, and anybody who's been in a situation where they're camping for weeks at a time, I've been in the Rockies, Upper Peninsula, Michigan, and Minnesota, some pretty harsh terrain environments, and there's no way I could have done some of the things I did with just this knife, but you know, if you're claiming it's an ultimate survival knife, well, I want to put it to the ultimate test. And you know, I've done it just a little bit, and it, you know, was pretty disappointed. You know, I mean, it's sharp, it holds an edge. You know, I mean, stainless is razor sharp, and it's a little higher quality than most of your stainless knives. It's pretty thick. It's about 3/16 of an inch thick. You know, I mean, it's not a horrible knife. I don't hate it. You know, but for what it's advertised as, you know, that's where I have the problem with it. You know, I mean, just because you can throw a spark and sharpen it, and it's, you know, a little compact, and, you know, you got a pommel on it and holes for a spear, it does not make this the ultimate knife. I mean, you know, you could drop this on a rock after you've climbed a tree, and it could shatter on you. You know, and then you're screwed. You know, I opt for the knives that I use. You know, if you're looking for a knife that you want to last, that's tough. For about the same price, you know, these have dropped down now. I have a Prime membership on Amazon, and I can get this free shipping for $36 on Amazon right now, which is, you know, it used to be about $60-70 for this knife. But if you want something that's high quality and you don't want to spend the money, you know, there's the Schrade, it's like the SCHF9, something like that, I think it is. It is a full tang high carbon alloy, hardened to like a C59 or better, I believe, which is what most of them are hardened to, a C58 or a C59, and stainless will do that as well. But it's $60 for the knife, give or take. You know, the price fluctuates on Amazon a little bit, but you can get that knife for right around $50-60. And it's a high carbon alloy, 1095 steel, and, you know, that's as good as any of them I've seen. You know, and I have one and I use it. But, you know, the issue I have with this is simply, you know, if you want to use it for a weekend warrior knife, by all means, it's a good knife for that. You know, not a hater on it for that. You know, get one for your kid in Cub Scouts, whatever. You know, if you're just a Bear Grylls fan, it's not a horrible knife, you know, but for the ultimate survival knife and, you know, trusting your life in this in a serious situation, absolutely not. It's way too delicate of a knife. So that is my reasoning for that. And I'm going to upload another video, I think, over the course of the next week. I'm going to work up the courage, I guess, and demonstrate how easy these will break. Like I said, I did it once before with my my T1 Town Brown tracker. And it didn't take very much force, and you know, I've laid my tracker at an angle like this and beat it with a sledgehammer, and it's just got some dents in it. But anyways, comments, feel free to leave them. Try to answer any other questions, but that's about as fair as I can be for this knife. So hope that helps anybody who's looking to purchase it.